everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a Sims 4 speed build. So since today is Valentine's Day, I thought I would do something a little bit different and do a romantic bedroom. So last year for Valentine's Day I made a house called the Love Shack. So this year it's just the bedroom, but it's pretty extra, so I really like it. So when I started this build, my main goal was I wanted to use those windows from the romantic garden stuff pack because I'd never used them before, and they're beautiful windows, but they don't really go with a lot of other things in the game, I've realized. So for me, I have a hard time finding a good spot for them to fit into some of my builds, besides doing like a gazebo type of thing, like Sound of Music style. So I wanted to use those windows, and I also wanted to create just like a super luxurious, over-the-top master bedroom that also included an outdoor like patio or balcony area where there could be like a hot tub and a place to kind of just relax and chill out a little bit. But since this is a room build, I was trying to figure out a way to get it so that way then it's all one room when it's uploaded to the gallery, because otherwise it will split it into two rooms. So there you see me combining it all into one room because I realized, oh wait, I can't do this as like just one separate room and then put it up on the gallery, because the gallery will think that it's two rooms and only one part will actually get uploaded. So basically I made the whole outside frame one room and then divided it in the middle using columns, and I just, instead of putting in like an actual doorway between the inside and the outside, I just kind of left it open. So that way then it also sort of gives your Sims a little bit more of like a flow between the inside and the outside. The inside part is like very formal, I would say, whereas the outside part is a little bit more contemporary or modern. It's not super modern because it's using those archways that are kind of more Spanish styled, but I wanted them to be kind of complementary styles that also sort of clashed just a little bit. So I used the bed from the Vampire Stuff Pack, because that also for some reason is a bed that I don't use very often, but it seemed like super over the top and extra, so I thought it would work really well for the build. And then I wanted to put in a closet because, for one thing, closets are another woohoo spot, so I thought that was a good idea for this bedroom. But the problem is that I always like to wall off my closets so that they blend seamlessly with the rest of the room. However, by doing that, that creates a smaller room within the bigger room. So if I were to upload it to the gallery, there would be like this hole in the middle of the room where the closet should be. Obviously, that would not work. So I decided to scrap the closet idea, and then I put in the vanity table from the Vintage Glamour Stuff Pack, and just gave it like a nice little chair, and so there's still like an area for your Sims to like get ready in, it's just not a woohoo spot. So the whole room collectively, both the inside and the outside part, are in like this very soft like white to cream color scheme. There are a few pops of color here and there, but generally speaking it's all very neutral, very elegant, I think. I do try to get, especially in the outside part, I try to put in some plants later on to kind of liven it up a little bit, because I think that if you do too much white, it starts to look a little boring and kind of like more sterile than romantic, and that is clearly not the right vibe. So I also put in the globe bar from the Vintage Glamour Stuff Pack, and I put in, what else did I put into this build? Oh, those chairs from Spa Day that are actually supposed to be for like massages, which you can use them for a massage and they're perfectly functional, but really they're supposed to be more representative of like a lounge chair. But I didn't want to do, I know you can make a lounge chair by like putting out a regular chair like that and then like scooching in one of the little like ottomans or footstool things in front of it, so it sort of looks like it's actually a lounge chair, but it's not. But then it's not really super functional either. Like I think your Sims might be able to sit down in the chair, but then their legs disappear into the ottoman, and things like that just sort of bother me a little bit. So I didn't do that. I just left it as it is, and hopefully someday we will actually get proper lounge chairs in this game, because, like, really? Hot tubs and pools, no lounge chairs. Come on now. So yes, I tried to use some objects that are normally in the, like the hidden objects. I don't know that I actually wound up using very much from that. I know eventually I do find a single red rose that I put on this vanity table here, but besides that, I don't know. I was sort of thinking there would be more to it than what I don't know, maybe I just didn't do it right or something, but it seemed like there were fewer objects than what I've seen in other people's videos where they use the hidden objects in their builds, so I'm not sure. I might have messed something up there, but I mean, that's a very real possibility. But so the other thing that I use, and you'll see a lot of, are these red or pink petals for the floor that came with City Living. They're actually, I think they're supposed to be part of the Romance Festival, and they are all over the floor in the Romance Festival. But I also thought, like, hey, this is supposed to be super romantic. Let's just go all out and put rose petals all over the floor on the part by the bed. So, and then eventually I do make like a little trail leading from the door to the bed out of the rose petals. And I placed them all down on each of the tiles, and then I started to see like the same pattern over and over again. So I went back in and I put more on top of the petals that were there originally and kind of turned some of the other ones so that way then it looks a little bit more random, and there's still a lot of coverage, but they're not like super uniform looking either. I do also move that little love seat over to where the globe bar is, and I move the globe bar to where the love seat is, and I put in a fireplace. So there's also like a little romantic seating area there. And the only lighting that I use, I believe, as I'm saying this, I'm not sure, that I might, oh, did I put other lights outside? No, I was going to say the only lighting that I used was the candlelight, because I really like, yes, I do put candles outside, hooray! But no, I really like the soft glow that candles in the game have, and I don't know, I think it looks really pretty. It's really well done. And I especially since we got that lighting update, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something, the lighting in The Sims 4 is probably my favorite of all of the Sims games. They've done such a good job, I think, and it's really beautiful. So yeah, so I decided to use just the candlelight, you know, set the mood a little bit, and I use that fireplace is from the Vintage Glamour stuff pack. I do use an awful lot from that Vintage Glamour stuff pack in this build as I'm looking back at it. But it all, like that and vampires, I think in particular, those two packs just go really well together. Because they're all like that same sort of like older but more elegant style. And yeah, I don't know, I just like how they look together. So now I'm trying to find something to decorate the top of the fireplace with, and I wanted something that wasn't like totally white so that it would kind of stick out a little bit, but also had like a little bit of blue, because I don't want the build to be like super white and boring looking, but I didn't want anything that was going to be too overpowering either, besides the floor petals all over the place. But so yeah, so I used that blue and white vase from, I believe, City Living, and I shrunk it down a whole bunch and then used moved objects to get it up there. And then outside here I put in the hot tub, obviously, and a lot of like more tropical looking plants, because I kind of wanted the outside to seem like, I don't know, like almost like a really fancy like Spanish villa type of house, where it's like this could be like a place where your Sims could go on vacation. There isn't a bathroom, obviously, but like if you wanted to, you could easily like turn this into like a hotel room, I think, and it would just be like this really like fancy and elegant honeymoon suite. So that's sort of what I was going for here. And then I took, because I don't know, I was being really picky about these plants, and I wanted them to have some height as well. I think The Sims 4, it's interesting. We have a lot of plants that are sort of like in between size where they're not really small enough to go as like a centerpiece on a table, but they're also not big enough to really stand on their own. But I wish we had a little bit more of the plants that were like tall and skinny, but also not too skinny. And I realize this sounds crazy, but because I like putting plants in corners to create a little bit of height, especially when there's a lot of like lower objects like the hot tub or the side table where I put the radio. I wanted something that would kind of draw the eye upward a little bit more. And right now I feel like I'm just using the same plants over and over and over to do that. So I did take one of the like palm trees. Oh yes, so there's the red flower that I found. But I used one of the palm trees from like outside and then using move objects cheated it down smaller and then put it outside like in a little planter pot. And then I tried to do the same thing again with a rose bush inside, but it just didn't quite work there. It was too short. So then I use, I forget which pack that's in, but that little like puffball type of tree. And then I turned that tree into the pink color shade instead of green, because then it kind of goes with all of the flower petals all over the inside part of the bedroom. So here we are in the screenshots. If you guys would like this beautiful, elegant, romantic bedroom in your game, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box below, or you can find it on the gallery under the hashtag MrsTomato1018 or under my username, which is the exact same thing. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. I'm trying to do like one speed build a week right now, and then the other days I'm trying to upload either Let's Plays or challenge videos. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can do so down below, and you can also hit that little bell icon to turn on notifications for every time that I post a video, which is now every day, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Hooray! I finally have a schedule. Yay! So anyways, I will see you all in my next video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!